piece to here, hopefully. So get your strap somewhere handy so you can use that when you need it. And then just lower yourself down to the floor. I keep your feet up, mat width apart, knees resting together, as it's first thing in the morning. We've just got out of bed. But make sure that you take your arms away from the body and let the shoulders roll back towards the floor. So already you're feeling a bit more a sense of spaciousness across the front of the chest. Feel the spine soften, the lower back soften. Just allow yourself to feel the weight of the body relaxing, releasing down onto the mat. Pelvis heavy, and your knees are kind of resting together so that your legs support each other. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice, long, slow exhalation. Giving ourselves a moment together in this place on the mat. And then we're just going to start by gently drawing the knees in towards the chest, giving them a little squeeze just lightly in towards the chest. The knees can come apart a bit, and then rocking side to side so you're feeling the lower back massaging against the floor. And then just lightly holding onto the knees, we're going to start to make circles, both of these in the same direction, clockwise to start with. Give yourself a little massage through the lower back. And then change directions. So hands just lightly on the knees, guiding them round in circles. Keep inhaling and exhaling. Nice and long and slow, good. And then stretching the left leg out, keeping the right leg hugged in. Draw that knee even more towards the underarm. So you're pressing the shin against the thigh, drawing the knee towards the underarm. As you inhale, feel the chest expand. As you exhale, draw the knee in even closer. Good, so from here, catch hold of your strap, lasso the forward of the right foot, and just gently extending that foot towards the ceiling. So the good thing about a strap is you can keep hold of the foot without bringing the shoulders into work. So you keep the shoulders relaxed down and wide on the mat, and you're just pressing the ball of the foot towards the ceiling. So you're drawing the heel towards the ceiling as well, so your foot's flat against the ceiling. You keep the knee bent though, so you can draw the foot flat without having to straighten the knee. And then inhaling and exhaling there. So relaxing the right hip down towards the mat if it's drawn itself up. Relaxing the shoulders down, just find a length of the strap where you can hang the arms off the strap. And then breathe into the back of the leg. Just find some space through that hamstring. If as you exhale, you feel you can draw the leg a bit closer towards you, then you can edge your fingers up the strap. Relax the right hip down. So the whole of the back of the body should still be relaxed. Nice, deep breaths in and out. Good. And then catching hold of the strap, both sides of the strap with the right hand, we're going to open that right foot out towards the side. You can put your left arm out on the floor for a counterbalance. But you're controlling the movement with the inner thigh, so you're allowing that leg to open out towards the right. You're still holding onto the strap. Your leg might be at 45 degrees, it might be all the way down onto the mat. That doesn't matter. Keep extending the leg. Might not be totally bent, but extend it towards the limit for you. And then release and relax with that inner thigh and the hip. If your left hip is tending to roll away from the mat, you can place your left hand on that hip, maybe bring the leg up a bit so that hip comes back down. So you're aiming to keep the pelvis, both sides of the pelvis down onto the mat. Take a nice deep breath there. And one more. And then use your arm if you need to, bring the leg back up to vertical. And then change hands so both the straps are in your left hand. So you're not going to get so far this way. You're bringing the leg across the body. So for me, this is really tight, my outer hip and thigh. So again, you can stretch the right arm out as a counterbalance. Just drawing the leg as far as it needs to go to get a stretch for you, and the outer thigh, the outer hip, and then holding it there. Keeping the rest of the body relaxed. Inhaling, exhaling. One more breath there. And then come back up to center, fold that leg back in, release the strap, and we'll change sides. So stretch the right leg out, hug the left knee in, squeezing it nice and tight so you're compressing the leg, drawing the knee towards the underarm. The extended leg, the right leg, you can draw the toes towards you so you're activating through the thigh. Inhale, chest expands against the thigh. Exhale, see if you can draw the knee even closer. Good. So we'll take the same stretch on this side. So we'll put the strap around the other leg, other foot, extending carefully towards the ceiling. So see if you can keep the heel pressing away, the toes drawn towards you. The leg coming towards straight, but doesn't have to be absolutely straight. And then find a length on your strap where you can relax the shoulders down. And then relax that left hip down. So it almost feels like you're plugging the thigh bone deeper into the hip socket. And it's strange. So as you do that, it gives you more space in the stretch. So the tendency is sort of to lift out to protect the sort of muscles, whereas if you plug it in and release, you might find more space. You might find one leg's much tighter than the other. Just keep breathing into the stretch. Thigh bone heavy as it descends into the hip joint. Deep inhalation, long, slow exhalation. Maybe you can creep the hands up the strap as you exhale. Good. So taking both sides of the strap into your left hand now. Rest the right hand on the hip if that helps. So extending the left leg out towards the side, towards the floor. Keeping the leg as extended as you can. Nice, long, slow inhalations and exhalations. Two more deep breaths here. As you exhale, release the inner thigh. And then come back up center, change hands. And then gently take the leg across the body until you feel a stretch on the outer hip, outer thigh. And then come back to the breath. Keep the heel pressing away, leg extended. One more deep breath here. And then come back up center. Release the strap and then bring both knees in. Give yourself a little hug, rocking from side to side. And then we're going to rock ourselves up sitting now. So you're going to catch hold lightly behind the knees, behind the thighs, curling the spine in, rocking back up onto the top of the shoulder blades, forwards onto the sitting bones, as many times as you like, and then come back up to sitting when you're ready. And we're going to come straight over onto our hands and knees and take it into child's pose here. So sit the bottom back onto the heels, reach down forward, rest the forehead on the mat. Hopefully that's already created, what we've done already on our backs has created some space through the lower back. So really reaching the hands forward, planting the hands firmly in the mat so you start to stretch through the shoulders. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, then walk, press your way up onto all fours, and we're going to come into puppy pose. So keep the legs as they are, hips over the knees, walk the hands forward, sending the chest to the mat, so a deeper shoulder stretch, rest on the forehead on the mat. Feeling that you're releasing through the upper back, so the space between the shoulder blades, that the chest can soften towards the mat. Inhaling, exhaling, keep the arm bones hugged in, the muscles hugged into the bones of the arms, so your arms are active. Hands are active on the floor. One more deep breath here, and then walking the hands back in. We're going to tuck the toes under behind us, really tuck them under, and then come and sit back on the heels. Actually, one way I've been doing this recently is if you come all the way back, so actually you're standing on your feet in a sort of squat with the knees parallel, you can make sure all your toes are tucked under, and then come forward to kneeling. My pinky toes tend to stay more under them. So torture position for some of you, not so bad for others, depends on what your feet are like. See if you can stay with it for a moment. And then catching hold of your strap again, we're going to warm up through the shoulders. So find a length strap that suits you to be able to come up, and then we're going to go back over behind. So you need to find a length where that's a stretch but not impossible. And then we're going to keep the ribs tucked under and the belly drawn in. So we're not arching the back, we're just trying to use the shoulders. So as you inhale, bring up the strap in front of you. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring the arms down behind you. Keep the arms straight. Inhale. Engage the tummy muscles a little bit to keep that stability through the core. Exhale, bring the strap down in front of you. If you're finding that's too easy, you can inch the hands in. Inhale. And exhale, but we are just warming up. Inhale, bring the hands up, back up. Exhale. I'm aware that your toes might be complaining now, so if you want to come off your toes, then do. Otherwise, stay with it for one more. Inhale. Exhale, arms down behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Release the strap, come off your toes if you manage to stay with it that long. Uncurl the toes. Great. So we're going to come up into downward facing dog now. So tuck the toes under again, lift the hips high, find that stretch you did through the front of the chest and puppy pose with the knees still bent. So extending the chest, stretching the arms active, hands active, middle finger pointing forward, the base of every knuckle pressing into the floor, and then you're going to stretch one leg and stretch the other as we come into downward facing dog. Pressing one heel into the mat and then the other. Your calf should be a bit warmer this morning because we did that stretch strap. And then bring both legs towards straight. Doesn't have to be totally straight. Lift the sitting bones high so you feel stretch at the top of the hamstrings. And then we're going to inhale, come straight forward to plank this morning. Drop knees down to the floor. So we're just going to stretch the right leg behind us now. So left knee's on the floor, right leg stretching behind. And then tuck the toes of the left toes under, sorry. And then we're just going to press through the left toes so that you're hovering your left knee above the mat. We've done this before. Right leg stretch, left knee hovering. Consciously draw the belly in. You find if you press more through the toes of that left foot, fires up the left thigh as well, so you get some work through that left thigh. Good. And then we'll place the left knee to the floor. We're going to swing the left foot out so it's across the mat, and we're going to turn so the inner right foot comes in contact with the floor. You're going to put your weight through your left hand and reach the right hand up into a supported side angle pose. So you feel a stretch from the side of the right body. Good. And then from there, take the right arm so that it's the arms alongside the ear. So you're getting even more of a stretch all the way through the side of the body. So make sure the outer right foot's in contact with the floor, pressing the floor away, nice long stretch through the body. And then the arm back up to the ceiling, and then turn the face forward again. So you're back to where you started from. Good. So step that left foot back to join the right foot, coming back into plank. Belly lifted, legs straight and strong, crown of the head reaching forward, and then carefully drop the right knee down onto the mat instead. So stretching through the back of the left calf, pressing the heel away. And then tuck the right toes under and hover the right knee above the mat. So almost like you're doing a runner's start. Draw the belly in, press with the toes of the right foot, fire up that right thigh, keep the left leg extended as well. And then replacing that knee to the floor, turning onto the right side now, onto the right hand. Left foot across the mat, flat, side angle, supported side balance. So you're pressing the floor away with the right hand, reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling, and then bring the arm across so that it's in line with the ear, even more of a side body stretch. Being long through the waist, keep pressing the floor away with the extended leg. Inhaling, exhaling, finding as much length as possible, and then bring the arm back up to point towards the ceiling. Turn back onto all fours, bring the left knee down, tuck both toes under, and lifting back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale there. Inhale to plank again. And then exhale, this time both knees coming down, so they're just hovering above the floor. Really draw the belly in, both knees hovering on the floor, firing up both thighs, using the belly. And then keeping them strong through the centre of the body, just come back into plank from there. Come back into plank, straighten the legs out, and then push all the way back up into downward facing dog. Good, so we'll do that a few more times with the breath. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, hold the knees above the mat. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So this is warming up the shoulders as well as the belly. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hover. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hover. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hover. Inhale, plank, keep the belly drawn in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, just take a moment there. Send the sitting bones away, soften the chest towards the mat, head relaxed. And then we're going to come into three-legged dog. So lifting the right leg up into three-legged dog, keeping the hips parallel, rest of the dog stays as it is. Out, really stretching that right leg. Pressing the floor away behind you, and then stepping the foot all the way through between the hands. We're going to come up into high lunge. So one foot either side of the centre line of your mat. Come up to high lunge, both feet pressing the floor away. Good. And then lifting the arms up when you get there. Nice deep inhale there. Draw the shoulders down, but find length between the hips and the rib cage, long through the sides of the body. Hands on the side of the foot again. Step back, downward facing dog. Other side, lift up the left leg, three-legged dog. Extend the leg, make sure that the left hip hasn't rolled up, so the hips are parallel. Squeeze the bottom, and then stepping that leg all the way through. Coming to high lunge. Pressing through the feet to lift up the torso, hands on the hips to start with. Both feet pressing firmly into the mat. And then reach the arms up, draw the shoulders down, chest lifts. Length through the side of both sides of the body. You can look up if that's good for your neck. And then hands either side of the foot. Step back, down, facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, this time step your hands to the outside edge of the right foot, right hand. I haven't done this for a while. So your foot's outside the right hand, your knee is pointing out to the side a little bit. Your toes can point out at about 45 degrees. So you're taking this into a deeper hip stretch. So allow the weight of the pelvis to draw you down into the stretch. If you want to come down onto your forearms, you can, or it's fine to stay in your hands. If coming down on your forearms, it's going to end up with you bending you back. Breathing into the stretch there. And then stepping back, coming back to downward facing dog. Taking the same on the other side. So inhale, sweeping the left leg up. Stay there for a breath. Strong straight leg. And on an exhalation, stepping the left foot towards the outside edge of the left hand. Toes turning out 45 degrees. Knees following the toe. So you're releasing the pelvis towards the mat. Still pressing the floor away with your left foot. Coming down onto the elbows, the forearms, feet on the other side. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, release. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. Inhale, lifting the right leg up again. Exhale, step it between the hands this time. Normal stepping between the hands. So this time we're going to plant the right hand on the floor. And we're going to make circles with the left arm. So we're doing open circles this time. So you're going to sweep the left arm forward, over the top, rotating the chest so it's coming to face the side of the room, and then sweeping that arm back and down. So inhale, exhale. Try not to slump down to the hand that's on the floor. So you're still activating through that right leg. As you make the circles, feel the shoulder rotating in the socket, the waist stretching and opening up. Good. And then hands back either side of the foot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make your brain think. We're going to step the left leg in so that the left knee comes behind, crosses behind you to the right of that right foot. So you end up like this. Face forward so you can see me. So you step that leg behind. So your right leg's on top, your left knee's underneath. So from there, drawing up tall, out of the spine, and you're going to turn towards the right. So your left elbow is going to hook the right knee, and your right arm comes behind to support the length of the spine. Nice twist. Drawing, using that elbow, drawing the knee in to help turn you into that twist. So feel that the spine's lifted, the chest is open. As you inhale, the crown of the head draws up longer. As you exhale, maybe twisting a little bit more. And then coming back to face forward. So you're going to push up, put your hands back onto the floor. Step the left leg back first, then step the right leg back to join it so you come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale there. Inhale, lift the left leg up this time, three-legged dog. And then stepping between the hands. Planting the left hand so you can make circles with the right hand. Reaching forward and up, rotating the shoulders so that you're facing the side of the room as your hand comes up and over. And doing that with the breath. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, stretching down, forwards. Keep both legs firm. Nice firm foundation so you're not putting too much weight into that left hand. Couple more circles this side. And then after your last circle, hands either side of the foot. So this time I'm going to push off from the back leg and bring the right knee behind the right knee behind the left foot. So you come down the other side. So your sitting bones are on the floor, you're not sitting on your feet. Your left leg's crossed over the top and turning the other way. So right arm hugging into the left knee, twisting the other way. Just supporting yourself with the left hand. Draw the belly in if you need to get it past that thigh like I do. And then rotating with that lovely spiraling of the spinal column. All the way from the base of the spine, between the shoulders. Neck turns last. Inhaling, lengthening through the spinal column. Exhaling, rotating. Good. And then taking your time to come back to center. Rocking forward again so the hands on the floor. and then stepping right leg back, stepping left leg back, hopefully coming back without a tangle into downward facing dog. Take your breath there. Inhale to plank. Exhale, coming all the way down to the floor, nice and slow. Straight line, all the way to the floor. Good. So we're going to do locust again like we did last week. So you're interlacing your fingers behind you. Your feet are flat on the floor, thighs are pressing into the floor. And you're going to roll the shoulders up and back. So you've got broad breadth across the collarbones. And then sending the hands away down the back of the body, lifting up the chest. Just as far as you can go. Feeling the whole of the back of the body firing up to support your weight. And release down onto the mat. Rest the head onto the floor. And then we'll do that again. So interlace the fingers, let slot down, one that probably feels a bit odd. And then rolling the shoulders away and back, sending the hands down towards your feet, lifting the chest up the mat. Keep the legs strong, the feet planted into the floor. And then rolling back down again. Other side of the head resting on the mat. Sway your hips a little bit. Ease out. Good. Hands to either side of the chest. Pressing your way up. Back into downward facing dog. Horizontal rest. Downward facing dog. Good. So this time we're going to hop the feet between the hands, or you can step one.
Rosina, darling, we can't see you.
But we can. I can follow it if.
Yeah, I can too. I can follow it, but I can't see you.
Okay, there you are.
Are you there? You're there, you're back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just wait, I think my battery's running out on my phone, so I'll just go get my charger. So just come into child's pose for a moment while I go and get my charger.
Lovely child's pose.
Thank you for letting me know. Oh, great, it's not going to reach. Oh dear. How much charge have I got left? I'm going to carry on and see how we get on, and then I'll move the phone when I need to. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so find your way at the front of the mat, just in a normal standing pose. Feet under the hips, crown of the head drawing up, shoulders relax down, bring the hands to prayer. Extend up towards the ceiling as you inhale, folding forwards as you exhale, coming into the forward fold. Knees can be soft still. Inhale, use the back muscles to bring you up into flat back, and then exhale, step the right leg back. And turn the foot across the mat to coming up into warrior. So sinking down nice and low, shoulders relaxed and away from the ears, fingertips stretching. Good. So if you put the right hand on the hip, lift up the left arm, coming into reverse warrior. Then you can either stay there, or you can see if you can sneak the right hand around behind you to catch hold of the inner left thigh. Just helps to bring you into the stretch a bit more, or you can just leave your hand on your hips. Good. Exhale, coming up, back to warrior. I'm going to do the same as last week. We're going to come into side angle pose, but the hands get to hover above the floor. So your left hand is hovering above the floor. The elbow can rest against the inner left leg. And then you're reaching the right arm across. So same feeling of length through the side of the body that we did in supported side plank. Press with the left foot, just hold that hand. And then coming back up before our leg shakes to death. And rotating towards the front foot, back heel coming off. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, chest coming down first. Inhale this time, Small cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale there. So lifting the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then stepping the right foot forward, all the way between the hands. Grounding the left foot down, coming up to warrior on the other side. Inhaling, exhaling, sinking down into it as deep as you can go. Both legs pressing the floor away, shoulders relaxed. Looking out over the front hand. And then left hand to left hip. Reverse warrior on the other side, length through the side body. And then just as on the other side, you can then sneak that hand round behind you, catching hold of the other thigh. Inhaling, exhaling, keep breathing, it's tricky in this pose. And then coming back up to warrior. Grounding through the feet again. And then bring that right hand to hover just above the floor, right elbow pressing right inner thigh, reaching the left arm up. Length through between the outside of the back foot and fingertips. And then coming back up. Rotating all the way to face the front foot. Stepping back, down, facing dog again. Inhaling, exhaling there. Inhale, plank. Exhale, coming down all the way down, straight line, chaturanga. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, small cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale there. And then we're going to come into warrior again and try something a bit different. So inhale, sweep the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right leg between the hands, ground the left foot. Coming back up, so you've got the right foot in front again. Okay, so we have done this before, but I'm just going to show you again for those who haven't done it for a while. If you want to, rather than staying like that for a long time, if you want to come up and turn the toes to face forward into a wide-legged stance while you're watching, that's fine. So you're going to be in warrior. You're going to rest your elbow on that knee to start with, so we're in side angle pose. The opposite hand, you're going to reach it out, turn the palm of the hand back to the back, and swing that hand down behind you so it's on the outside of your right buttock. And then you're going to sneak the right arm underneath and see if you can catch hold. You might be like this, or you might be able to catch hold. The secret is to try and keep the hip down, so you're not lifting up like this. The hips down, and you've got to have both hands to the outside of your right buttock. Okay, so we'll do that together. So put your right foot forward, left foot coming back out, parallel across the mat into warrior. Reach the arms out. Good. So the front elbow rests on the front knee. Turn the back of the hand towards me, and you're swinging that arm behind you to rest on the outside of your right buttock. And then press with this leg to support you, post that arm underneath, see if it gets anywhere near the other hand. So try not to lean forward, try and keep it in that same plane. Good. Excellent. Release your bind, or come back up, that's hard work. And then come back, face the front of the mat, hands either side of the foot, step back, down facing dog. Oh, my leg hurts now, I've done it twice that side and they're not hurt, so it's tired. Inhale, plank. Exhale, elbows tucks in, lower your way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest lifts, legs strong, and then pressing all the way back up, down facing dog. So let's try that on the other side. So you're sweeping the left foot up on back, three-legged dog. Stepping the foot between the hands, planting the right foot across the mat, coming up into warrior on the other side. So try not to anticipate what's coming next. Just enjoy the warrior. And then elbow lightly to knee. Stretch the arm out, rotate the hand, back of the hand towards me. That'll help you swing the hand behind. Back of the hand on the outside of the right buttock, on the left buttock, sorry now. And then when you're ready, see if you can keep that same plane, so you're not rocking forward, sending that hand behind to rest on the bottom, or maybe reach the other hand. So if you can drop the hip down still, so your left leg's going to be working hard. If you're in a bind, open up the chest towards the front of the room. And breathe. And then releasing off, coming back up, hands outside the foot, step back, downward facing dog, and take a breath there. Inhale, exhale. So you can either stay in downward facing dog or do another linking sequence. You're welcome to stay there. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, taking a breath there. So now we're going to bring a bit of stretch into the hamstrings again. So sweeping the right leg up and back. Stepping in between the hands. But maybe a bit closer towards you than normal. So instead of your foot being right between your hands, it's a bit closer towards your back foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the left heel down onto the mat, right toes, left toes turning out 45 degrees. So your back foot's down flat on the floor now, but a 45-degree angle. And then you're drawing your right leg towards straight. It might be nowhere near straight, but that's the intention of the pose. Fingertips on the floor. So this is bringing stretch into the back of the right hamstring. So again, so if you can draw the right hip back, even if your knee's a little bit bent, you'll find if you draw the right hip back, that'll bring the stretch into the top of the hamstring. So if you can lift the chest forward, send the tailbone, send the sitting bones away behind you. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, so now we're going to bend the right knee. We're going to come up into warrior one. So the back foot's exactly the right position for warrior one. You're just going to bend the front foot, reach the arms up. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. I'm going to have to plug my phone in. So take a big step in so that you come up standing at the front of your mat. Standing in mountain pose, letting the breath settle, shoulders rolling back. Good. So we're going to come into a standing balance here. So interlace the fingers behind you, just as we did on the floor. We're going to bring the weight into the right foot. Just rest the left foot so the tippy toes are touching on the floor. And really roll the shoulders back, draw the shoulder blades together behind you so the chest is lifting. And then you're going to start tipping the body forward as you lift up that left leg. So you're coming into a T-shaped balance. So really stretch the extended leg away. You can either flex the foot, or I quite like to flex the toes but point the foot, you know what I mean? Crown the head reaching forward. The more you stretch out that extended leg, the more easy it is to keep your balance. One more breath here. And then coming back up. Releasing the hands off. Coming back to standing. Nice and tall, bring the hands to prayer, take them side. Inhale, stretching up to the ceiling. Exhale, folding forwards, all the way down into forward fold. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Exhale, step the left leg back. Right leg follows, downward facing dog. So this time we're stepping the left foot forward, just shy of between the hands, and you're going to turn the right toes out to 45 degrees, plant the heel on the floor, and then bring that left leg towards straight. So draw the left hip back, again just like we were doing, we're relying on the floor. Doesn't matter if the knee's not straight, if you need a small bend in it, that's fine. Drawing the chest forwards, doing what feels good in terms of bringing stretch into the back of that left hamstring. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you can release the body down closer to the leg as your body allows you to soften and release. Relax the neck so the head comes towards the thigh or the shin. One more breath here. I know it's not everyone's favourite. And then bending the front knee, lifting the torso up, reaching the arms up high into warrior one. Both feet pressing the mat away. Good. Relaxing the arms down, stepping forward to the front of your mat, interlacing the fingers again on the next slot. Rolling the shoulders back, shoulder blades squeezing together, arms reaching down away behind you, and then you're going to transfer the weight into the left foot this time. Just resting on the tippy toes of the right foot to start with, and then stretching the leg away, reaching the crown of the head forward. So you're coming down parallel with the floor. See if you can keep the right hip in line with the left. Inhaling, exhaling, stretching the leg away. One more breath here, you're doing well. And then coming down with control, releasing the hands off. Give your legs a little shake. Well done. Just coming back to mountain pose, shoulders relaxed, crown of the head drawing up. Feel the feet spreading, supporting the column of the body. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. So we're going to take one more standing balance, as we've had our legs stretched out in front of us and stretched out to the side. So transfer the weight into the left foot and draw the right knee in. Start off nice and simple. Draw the right knee in. We did half of this stretch the other day. So then you're going to take a Yogi Toe Hold. So you have your index and third finger go between the big toe and the next toe. And you're going to catch hold of your big toe. It's very strong, so you won't break it. And then we're going to extend the leg out in front of us. So your knee can be bent, but even with the knee bent, try and keep the body in line. Keep the shoulder drawn back. You might be able to extend it. Might be able to extend it forward. So see if you can relax down to that right hip, even if your knee's still bent. So your hips are parallel. And then just for a bit of fun, see if you can draw the leg out to the side. So imagine you're lying on the floor still with the strap. Knee might be bent, that's fine. And then before you lose your balance, bring it back to center. And then just be really lean. I'm going to say, let go of the toes gently and see if you can keep the leg out extended for a few moments before you bring it back in. Well done. Good, so the same on the other side, it's just a bit of fun. Doesn't matter, just don't beat yourself up about it if you're falling over. So transfer the weight into the other leg. Draw the left knee in. Nice tight squeeze. So keep pushing the floor away with that supporting leg, that's your anchor. And then catching hold of the big toe. Stretching the leg out in front of you. So it's even if it's bent, try not to have the knee sagging out to the side, bring it in line with the body. To see how far your leg might go or not go. Release the left hip down, but that's it. Knee can be bent, and then out towards the side. Knee can be bent as much as you want it to be. Just stretching through the inner thigh. And then coming back to the front. Draw the belly in, press away the leg. And then letting go. See if you can hold the leg up for a few moments. And release that. Well done. Good. So let's finish off with a nice wide leg forward fold. So step the legs wide, toes pointing forwards. Bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to stretch the crown of the head forward. Send the tailbones away behind you. Feel that length through the spine again, and then relax all the way down. So your feet are pressing firmly in the mat. Create tone through the legs. And then the upper body is cascading down, a waterfall of your spine, all the way from those points of your pelvis. So you can either bring your hands in line with your feet, so that the crown of the head dropping freely towards the floor. You can catch hold of the outer edges of your heels or the back of the shins if you like that, to help draw the torso towards the thighs. Or you can keep the hands where they are on the floor. And just breathe here. Feel the weight of the head. Totally relax through the neck. Good. And then lifting up onto the fingertips, just draw the body forward again so we've got a flat back. Shoulders are rolling back, flat back, crown of the head reaching forward, lift the sitting bones a little bit higher, and then folding back down again. See if that creates any more length. Bring the hands wherever they were before, relaxing the head again. Like a plumb line, just dangling between the legs. Good. Excellent. And then bring the hands down between the legs if you have them anywhere else. Heel toe the feet together so you're coming into a normal forward fold. Relaxing down. Just for a moment, forward fold, and then we're going to step the right leg back into downward facing dog. The left leg follows. I'm not going to do a sequence, I'm just going to come into pigeon from here. So last downward facing dog, sweep the right leg up one more time. And then bring the knee between the hands, we're coming into pigeon pose. So the knees between the hands, you're walking the right foot out towards the side as much as you need it to go to feel a stretch in pigeon pose. The left leg's down the centre line behind you, straight line. And you're trying to keep, again, you're trying not to roll onto the right side of the pelvis, you're trying to keep the pelvis parallel to the floor. And then walking the hands forward carefully. So you should be feeling a stretch in the outer, in the buttocks of the right leg, And then coming down onto the forearms if that's accessible to you. And if you can bring the head all the way down to the floor, that feels good, or resting on your hands. Breathing into the stretch, sending the breath to any places it feels like are resisting, letting go. Using the exhalation to release. Good. And then pushing back up onto the hands, we go down onto the forearms. Tucking the back toes under so you can step back into downward facing dog. And we'll take the same on the other side, sweep the left leg up and back. And then draw the knee all the way through onto the floor. And remember, you can walk the left toes out. So the full expression of this pose is where, I can't do it, but you're bringing the shin so it's kind of almost parallel, but we're not doing that. We're just bringing the foot as far forward as it needs to come so you feel the stretch through the hip. But right leg extended behind you. And then walking the hands forward, maybe coming onto the forearms, maybe even resting the head on the hands or the floor. Softening through the left hip, left buttocks. Coming back to the breath. Good, and then pushing back up onto the hands. And this time we're going to stay sitting, so just swing your right back leg over, across, back in front of you, so that you're coming into a seated pose. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. We do this one very often. So if you put the hands behind you, just behind the bottom, then you might be on flat hands, might be up on your fingers, to help you lift the chest and lengthen through the spine. So you're supporting yourself in the pose. Sometimes that helps you to release through the hips, so you're not having to worry about sitting up straight. Use the hands to support you, release through the hips, that nice lift through the chest. And then from here, we're just going to do a little bit of butterfly wings, as they call them in kids yoga. So you're just flapping the legs quite quickly, getting some warmth through the inner thighs, and then release. Good. So coming forward off that support on your hands now, we're just going to do a very soft forward fold over the feet. So you might not go very far. So just rounding forwards, releasing through the hip, softening through the vertebrae of the spine. Letting the head relax down towards the feet. Just be very gentle. Good. And then rolling back up to upright. We're just going to make the diamond of our legs a bit bigger now, so that your feet go a bit further forward. And then releasing forward again over the feet. So I find my hips are really very much tighter in different positions with the diamond. So again, just let gravity draw the head down. Giving the hips permission to release. Good, come back up, and then maybe making your diamond even a bit bigger. And then releasing forward again. Ooh, that's trickier. One more deep breath here. And then uncurling. Straighten the legs out, give them a little shake. Press the hands behind you just as we did before. Draw the toes towards you, lift the chest. So you feel the collarbones lifting towards the sky. You can look up as well if you want to stretch the front of the throat. Superpower pose. And then coming back up, sitting. And we're going to release all the way back down to the mat for final relaxation. So rolling your way back down to the mat. We're just going to finish with a quick twist before we relax. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg. So your left foot's flat on the floor, the right leg's crossed over. Extend the arms 90 degrees either side of you. And then let both knees come down towards the left. So it's quite a deep twist with the legs crossed here. So although you're relaxing and releasing your right shoulder towards the mat, don't force it down, it might come off the mat a little bit in this twist. Just the sensation of relaxing it towards the mat. Long twist between right shoulder and left hip. Nice deep breath there. Coming back to centre. And change sides, plant the right foot flat on the floor, cross the left over. You can shift your hips a bit over to the left before you come into the twist. That feels more comfortable. And then once you've landed, softening the shoulder, softening the waist, the side body, releasing the muscles either side of the spine. Nice deep breath into the left ribs. Exhale, release into it. Coming back to centre. If you feel like it would be good to give your knees a hug in, then do. A little rock through the lower back. And then making yourself comfortable either in full shavasana, or you can have your knees bent up still if that feels better for your back. Arms away from the body, shoulders rolling down to the floor, legs totally released. Pelvis heavy. Bring awareness back to the breath. Feeling the energy you've created in your practice dissipate through the body. Every exhalation, releasing, relaxing the body, the weight of the body onto the mat a bit further. So relaxing the toes, the ankles, calves, the knees. Let go of the muscles of the thighs and the buttocks. Softening the fingers, the wrists, forearms, the elbows, the upper arms and the shoulders. That's the face, that's the eyes. Taking a couple of deeper breaths now. Bringing fresh oxygen more strongly into the body. Stretching the fingers and toes. Hugging your knees in. Rolling onto the right side of the body when you're ready. And making your way slowly to sitting. So just taking a moment here, eyes closed, hands resting on the thighs. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths and sigh them out through the mouth. So inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Big sigh, release. One more, inhale deeply. And sighing out. Bring the hands to prayer. Namaste.